How are you all doing today? You all caught me channel surfing with the remote control, trying to find my favorite show, National Geographic. How you all been doing? It's 2022. Welcome to Cherubland. I'm Mr. Edward. So glad to have you all. Guess what? This is a new year, a new lesson. But guess what? We get to keep all the things that we learned last year and to be able to use them this year as well. We just don't throw them in the trash or leave them in 2021. We take those things that we've learned and we continue to apply them and we get better and better. So you all kind of know what this is, right? A remote control, right? What does a remote control do? Yeah, it allows you to be able to control the channels, the TV, the sound, play, rewind, pause, channel up, channel down. It even allows you to be able to access other devices by hitting the input button. Well, have you ever thought, what if I had a remote control for life? What if somebody's picking with me, push the eject button and get them out of my face? What if somebody's talking about me? Can I push the mute button? What if things are just not happening fast enough for me? I want to just push the fast forward button. What if I wasn't listening to what my dad told me to do? And I need to push the rewind button. That would be pretty helpful. However, we kind of don't have that kind of remote control for life. It would be cool and exciting if we did. But guess what? We do have a remote control for something else. Can you guess? Let me give you some more hint. Let me give you a hint. You could actually push the stop button on it and make it stop. You could push the pause button on it and make it think about what it's finna do before it does it. You could even push the mute button. That's something that you think in your head, you don't say it out your mouth. Yeah, you got it now. We've got a remote control to our own selves. What is it called? It's a fruit of the Spirit. Here it is right here. Self-control. Choosing to do what you should do even when you don't want to. Yeah, sure. Right thing there. Echo buttons on. Self-control. Choosing to do what you should even when you don't want to. Self-control. choosing to do what you should, even when you don't want to. Echo buttons off. Wisdom tells us what we should do. So we, Mr. Elwood, I don't know what to do sometimes. Is that true? Really? Or are we not willing to listen to that soft, quiet voice that tells us to do the right thing? The first thing we're told to do, or do we want to talk over? Mr. I don't really hear it. Maybe because we're talking about what she had and it's my turn and but yeah. Maybe we can't hear it because we're too busy talking about what we don't have or what somebody else has or what they did to us. And I'm not saying that didn't happen, but are we really allowing those things that we wish we could press stop for, wish we could mute, to actually have control over us? Self-control says what? Telling the person to do what they should do so you can do what you're supposed to do. No, it's telling the other person to leave you alone so you can pay attention. It's telling the other person to not bother you so you don't bother them. No, that's not self-control. It's just what it says. It allows us to be able to control who? Me. It allows you to control you. And it's fun. Why? Because imagine if you can think back all the times when you said, well, he did this and she did that and she did this and he did that. But none of those things actually affected you because you had self-control. You chose to do what you should do even when you didn't want to. Even when it was easy to hit them back. When it was easy to say something mean back to them. When it was easy to just do what you want to do. And you say, Mr. Elwood, it's hard. I really can. I tried. I did too. I did too. Until. Yeah, there's help. Here it is on memory verse. Right here. Check it out. God's power has given us everything we need to live a godly life. God's power has given us almost everything. Most things. A few things here and there. Everything we need to live a godly life. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 3. Where does God's power come from? Yeah, the Holy Spirit that dwells inside of us. He leads us and guides us. That voice, that feeling that says, I know I should do it. And even times it reminds you of what maybe your mom or your dad or your grandparent or somebody of authority that's telling you the right thing to do. Yeah. We just have to be quiet and listen. It's right there inside of us. He's giving us everything we need. live a godly life. God's not out here trying to put an obstacle course to make it hard for us. He gives us the power to be able to go through the obstacle course that he knows is already hard. But he gives us the power to be able to go through it. Yeah. Just like what we're talking about all month long. Self-control. It's a fruit of the Spirit. The challenge, I think, happens when we make decisions in the moment. We feel like we've got to do one thing or another right then and there. But in actuality, self-control also teaches us to be a little patient. Not to just jump at something. Come on. No. I want to ask some questions. I want to make sure we're not going to get in trouble for this. Self-control. Choosing to do what you should, even when you don't want to. I've got a story. Great example. Yeah. Who else? Well, Jesus gives us an example on what self-control looks like. I've got a great story for y'all. Y'all want to hang around and check it out? Great.
Whenever I'm in need and I'm looking for help, God, you're always there for me. Wherever you lead me, I can follow you. God, you're always there for me. Oh, God, you're always there for me. Help me believe you know what's best for me. I feel it in my soul when you are in control. I got one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Oh yeah, I do what I should do when you help me choose. I got one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Oh yeah, I got one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Oh yeah, one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Whenever I'm lost and I don't know where to turn, God, you're always there for me. Wherever I go, you're always by my side. God, you're always there for me. Oh, God, you're always there for me. So help me believe you know what's best for me. In my soul, when you are in control, I got one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Oh yeah, I do what I should do when you help me choose. I got one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Oh yeah, I got one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Oh yeah.
Yeah. God, help us to be more like you. 'Cause your way is the best way.
I feel it in my soul when you are in control. I got one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Oh yeah, I do what I should do when you help me choose. I got one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Oh yeah, I feel it in my soul when you are in control. I got one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Oh yeah, I do what I should do when you help me choose. I got one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Oh yeah, I got one life to live and I wanna live it your way. Oh yeah.
Glad to have you all back. So this week's lesson is actually about Jesus. Do you all remember when Jesus was actually baptized by John the Baptist? You remember when Jesus was being baptized by John, when he came out of the water, the heavens opened up. And a voice came from heaven and says, "This is my son, loved by me. And I'm well pleased. I'm very, very pleased in what he's done." Because he followed the instructions. He gave the example. Well, with all those people around, John baptizing Jesus, you would think, you know what, Jesus, hey, he's just going to walk off and go start preaching sermons somewhere. He's going to start healing people and raising people from the dead and all those miracles. Well, that's probably why we're here and he's God. Before all the miracles, all of the things that we see, the Spirit of God led Jesus into the wilderness to fast for 40 days and 40 nights. What's fasting? It's actually removing something from your normal day-to-day thing and actually replacing it with some form of communication with God. Usually it's prayer, it's meditation, reading and studying His Word. For example, you may say, "I want to fast from butter pecan ice cream." So every time that you think about butter pecan ice cream, because it'll happen, you may read 4 or 5 scriptures. And you try to understand them. You just don't just read them, you read them. What are you actually doing? You're actually removing the butter pecan ice cream from being a barrier between you getting a better understanding or getting a better relationship with God. Now, oftentimes, He even reveals more about who we are to Him. All of it. It may even be TV. But it has to be something that you like. You can't go home and say, "Hey, Dad, I'm fasting from cutting grass." It doesn't work that way. It has to be something that you really love and enjoy. And you just don't just say, "Hey, I'm not going to do it." It's really a replacement. It's you being able to say, "I'm making more time in my life for God." And guess what? You don't have to be Mr. Edwards' age. You can start 6 years old. Start at 8. And start out praying to God. Telling Him that that's what you want to do because you want to get to know Him better. And you want Him to help you to know what you mean to Him much better. So Jesus goes into the wilderness and He fasts for 40 days and 40 nights. Then they didn't eat food or water. And after that time, Satan comes to him. Anytime we're doing good, we gotta know he's gotta be close for the interruption. So imagine you not eating anything for 4 days. Your stomach sounds like 40 bears. It's like at the zoo fighting on one peanut butter jelly sandwich. Well, Jesus, being in flesh, He felt the same hunger. But guess what He had? Yeah, everything He needed to live a godly life. The same way we do. So Satan tells him, if, which he knowing who he was, he says if. It's almost like it's a possibility not. If you're the Son of God, turn these stones into bread. Now imagine the bread that Jesus could turn these stones into. Do you think he's going to turn it to hard bread? If he could? No. You remember he made the whole world. And he said it was good. You think he's going to make some dry bread? No. With him and the ability that he had, he would make probably the best bread you could ever taste in your life. But that wasn't what he came here for. He was the bread of life. So he says, man cannot live by bread alone, but out of every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. He says, hey, that which you want to fill your stomach with, to satisfy your hunger, it's only going to last for some time. Guess what it teaches us? We're always going to want more toys. We're always going to want more stuff. We're always going to want. I was there. Guess what we find out? It's always something new. It's always something we don't have. So instead of wanting things, instead of wanting to turn the stones into bread, we have an opportunity to be able to say, no, I'd rather have what God has given me. I'd rather be grateful for what he's given me. I'd rather be content. Yeah. Oh, but what? That's where the self-control comes in. Doing what you what? Doing what you what? Doing what you what? Should do. Even when you what? Yeah, even when you don't want to. Yeah. That's when it becomes even more important. Because usually, the times that you rather do something else, as they say, the stakes are high. You can get big trouble if you do the wrong thing on this one. This one could be something that you got to drag around for a while. This could be something that you may never forget. Self-control. Choosing. It means we've got the choice. Right there in front of us. We can't say, I didn't. No, sometimes we have to slow down. Because if somebody rushes, come on, man, come on, it's going to be. No, it's not going to be too late. Let me stand here and let me figure out if it's the right thing for me to do. Let me remember what my grandmother, my grandfather, my mother, and my father taught me. Let me remember what I read in the scriptures. Oh, Mr. When I can't see that, they're going to think I'm... Guess what? When everybody does something wrong, everybody looks around each other like, what are we doing? When one person does the right thing and everybody else does the wrong thing and they get caught, what do they say? Man, I should have went with him. Man, I knew I shouldn't have went with y'all. Yeah. All it takes is a little bit of self-control. So what did Jesus do? Jesus used self-control to be able to tell Satan, hey, that's really not going to help me. I must live by every word that comes out of the mouth of God. Every word that's in the scripture. It's a great example for us today. For us to be bold. For us to be courageous. Even in tough situations. To be able to show self-control. And to remember, God has given us everything we need to live a godly life. Choose what you should do, even when you don't want to.